Gas stations sometimes give an aura of otherworldliness. They pop up out of nowhere on desolated highways and quiet roads, small dwellings, isolated from the rest of the world. They're open 24/7, and it does not matter if you visit a gas station in the dead of night or the middle of the day. You'll always find an exhausted, half-asleep employee operating the counter at the little convenience store tucked into a corner of the station. The silence is eerie, and the station vibe makes you not want to linger for too long and drive away as soon as the tank of your car has been refilled. It's no wonder then that people have encountered weird and frightening things at gas stations. Blue mist. While Photoshop has come a long way and has revolutionized video editing, the pieces of evidence captured in the videos from the past are undoubtedly raw, as there's no way that with the limited photo editing technology available in the early 2000s, someone could have been able to edit a video to make it look so realistic. That's why this video caused quite the noise when it first came out. The video was captured through one of the CCTV cameras in the station.
At the Marathon Gas at the corner of State and Pleasant Valley in Parma, something is causing jaws to drop.
The station operator, Ahmed Abadaria, noticed something strange while he was going through the video footage of the station.
I watched it for half an hour, and then actually I see it move. That's really, I got freaked out.
Abu Daria noticed a misty blue shape hovering in the air next to one of the fuel pumps. It stayed there for a half an hour. Now, this could be caused by some problem in the camera, or it could be brushed off as a trick of the light. But the mist does not stay in one place. Rather, it floats away. Later, it comes back into focus, hovering over the windshield of one of the cars at the station. It then, again, floats away. This left Abu Daria scratching his head, wondering what the blue mist could be.
Whatever this is has dozens of people coming over to check out the camera to see what in the world this possibly could be.
The station became a hotspot for people interested in the supernatural, as they speculated about the origin and identity of the blue mist. Some thought it might be an angel or a ghost. What do you think the blue mist might be?
Oh, a bag!
It looks like a plastic bag to me.
Angels. There's an angel here.
This was like an old Indian reservation from what I understand, and I've lived here for 30-something.
Fading presence. There are some things that can't be explained with logic and science as much as you want. One such incident is what occurred at this gas station one day. The incident was luckily caught on one of the surveillance cameras in the convenience store located in the gas station. In the video, we can see a faded, blurry, misty figure materialize out of nowhere in front of one of the aisles. It then floats around a little bit. The mist then ascends to the station's ceiling and lingers there for some time before disappearing as quietly as it had appeared. It doesn't seem to be a trick of the light, as the figure was almost a shadow and might have been even considered as such had it not been floating around in the store. Whatever it may be, we're glad we never have encountered it firsthand. There are some things that are better to be viewed through the screen of our devices rather than firsthand, and this video gives us chills. Weird station. Some places have a weird vibe that makes you want to leave as quickly as you can. It has nothing to do with the supernatural, it's just that they don't look very welcoming. One of the gas stations in Detroit is a good example of these places. A person made a video of the station, and even though we weren't there physically, the aura surrounding the place could be felt even through the video. The gas station seems to be situated in a rather lonely and quiet area, with wide, empty roads and barely any other buildings. The gas station is dark as there's barely any lights illuminating the main fuel refilling area. The out area is simple and minimalistic, and in the daytime perhaps it wouldn't look so intimidating, yet at night, it looks like something out of a horror movie. Even the convenience store looks eerie, with a red flashing sign marking the place is open. The building is made of bricks and there's a strong glass wall between the cashier and the customer. The aisles are quiet and long, and the place looks like something out of a zombie movie. The man filming the video looks just as creeped out as us, hence he makes quick work of his transaction and boots out of there. We don't blame him. The place would freak any sane person out. Car crash. People need to take some serious precautions at gas stations. Even a small flame can cause a huge explosion. When driving close to a gas station, it's better to slow down. In the video, we can see exactly what can go wrong if we don't pay attention and luck isn't on our side.
Caught on camera, shocking crash at a gas station in New Jersey.
The video was recorded through a surveillance camera in a gas station in New Jersey. In the video, we can see a car slow down close to the gas station, indicating that they intend to turn towards the station. Yet, a car ignores the indicator and tries to speed past the first car on the inner side of the road. Consequently, both cars slam into each other, and the second car skids and slams into the fuel refueling stations. The stations immediately catch fire. Thankfully, the operators managed to put out the fire before it caused an explosion, and the fire brigade arrived on time. Police confirmed that no one was fatally injured during the incident, though it could have been avoided altogether with a little precaution. Burning SUV. Another similar accident was caught on camera. An SUV driving at very high speeds slammed into one of the fuel refueling stations.
An SUV slammed into a gas pump this morning in the Poconos, setting off a fiery wreck caught on surveillance video.
Both the car and the station caught fire, and it seemed like the driver wasn't in any condition to come out. Thankfully, people sprang into action, and the owner of a shop across the street and an off-duty police officer in the area ran to get the driver out of the car.
You do what you have to do. I yelled to them, call 911, and the officer and I went across the street. That was it.
The shop owner brought a fire extinguisher. The driver's side was completely unreachable due to the blazing fire, so they had to drag the driver out through the passenger seat.
Couldn't access the truck from the driver's side, so we went in the passenger side, moved all the equipment that had come from the back of the truck forward, and then pulled him out from the vehicle. He was unconscious, drug him out of the way, and then other help started to arrive.
The gas station manager had the presence of mind to turn off the main fuel supply line. Otherwise, the crash may have resulted in an explosion. The driver was shifted to the hospital, and the fire brigade arrived quickly, taking charge of the scene and doing damage control.
Oh, very scary because this is gas station, you know.
Arriving on scene here, the first concern is obviously, do we still have somebody in the vehicle? And those good Samaritans pulling the driver out saved his life.
Tornado. Some people were unfortunate enough to get caught in a tornado while they were out getting their vehicles refilled. One such unlucky person filmed the video. In it, we can see dust and strong winds battling against the glass panels of the doors and windows. The winds also cause fluctuations in electricity, which causes the lights in the store to flicker. It's very hard to imagine what the people inside the store must have been feeling at the moment. Aftermath of a tornado. Another instance of people getting stuck in a gas station during a tornado was recorded, though this time it was about the tornado's aftermath and what it had done to the gas station and the surrounding area. In the video, we can see that there's complete devastation all around and that everything has either been destroyed or swept away by the wind.
Alright, here's the gas station that we were at.
The person filming the video informs us that their car got blown away in the wind and that they were stuck in the convenience store along with everyone else.
We parked right over there. Our car got blown away, but the front door was just right there.
They carefully make their way to what used to be the convenience store.
And so we were right in here. That right there is where we climbed out.
The ceiling is dropped down and stands at barely 3.5 feet. It looks one strong push away from collapsing on top of everything. It must have been terrifying to wait there in those conditions, with the fear of the roof collapsing over their heads. They said that once the tornado had died, they and other people stacked beer bottles and made a makeshift ladder to get out of there.
Alright, so here is the inside. We made kind of like a beer wall to climb up.
Although we can't relate, we can understand to some extent how traumatic of an experience that must have been and hope that everyone has recovered from it, both physically and mentally. The Stalker. Stalkers are creepy and make you feel unsafe in all kinds of ways. One man was stalked by someone and received footage of them filming him. The footage was dropped in his car while he was parked in a gas station and had left to get something from the convenience store. The stalker waited until he was inside the store before making his way to the car. They get into the car, make weird noises, and drop the CD titled, "You destroyed your privacy, now you deal with me," in bold capital letters. Then the stalker hides behind the car, waiting for the man. The man comes out of the store, gets into the car, and freaks out as soon as he sees the CD. The man quickly drives away from there. There's one major problem with the story, though. The man says that the video he's showing is the one that was on the CD that was dropped in his car.
You killed your privacy. Now you deal with the...
But the video shows him receiving the CD. That's why there's speculation that the entire thing is fake and a prank by the man himself.
The video is of me at a gas station, and this guy gets into my car.
On the other hand, it's also possible that there might have been multiple videos, as the man mentioned that he had received various CDs, and maybe this one was one that he had received later. Armed robbery. Gas stations aren't the best places to hold an armed robbery, but some people don't get the message that there are surveillance cameras all around and the chances of getting caught and convicted are pretty high. One such armed robbery was caught through a CCTV camera in one of the gas stations. Brant Owens was operating the counter in the convenience store at a gas station when a man came up to the counter and pulled out a gun.
How are you? Everything.
He told her to give him everything she had and that she had 5 seconds or he would resort to bodily harm.
Everything. Cash register. I don't have anything, sir. Hey, get the cash now. Hurry up. You got about 5 seconds. I'm hurrying, sir.
The woman was terrified and with shaking hands tried to do exactly what the man was asking of her, but he seemed very impatient.
1, 2. I don't know how to open the cash register, sir. 3. Here.
After emptying both the cash registers, he asked her to give him her personal money as well.
Give me your purse. I have no money in it. Give me your purse now.
The woman continued to plead that she had nothing, but the man was having none of it.
Want the rest of the money? That's all there is. I know you got more money.
He walked around the counter while threatening the woman and checked to make sure she had nothing but $2 before walking out.
All I have, sir.
As soon as the man left, she started breaking down as she was terrified. The next customer called the police and the man was later caught.
Wait, just wait. Don't leave me.
The man was identified as Cody Williams and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The gas heist. The rising prices of fuel are a major concern for all of us, but some resort to the worst possible solutions to their problems. One gas station owner noticed some discrepancies in the amount of fuel and the total money coming in. He noticed that a lot of fuel was disappearing. At first he thought that there might be a leakage, but even after double-checking, everything was in shape. The situation had them scratching their heads. Luck was on his side though, and one day while he was watching the CCTV footage live, he noticed a van parked over one of the underground tank lids.
I started seeing this van just parked over there.
The SUV stayed parked for about 15 to 20 minutes and the man realized that they were using a trap door installed into the floor of the car to tap into the tank.
They had a trap door in their vehicle and they would put a hose down there and suck it out with the pump.
He ran after the SUV, which drove away as soon as the man came into view. The man went over footage from the previous weeks and noticed that the SUV had stolen from the station the same way 4 times. He reported that a total of 350 gallons of gas were stolen, which amounted to around $50,000.
In this kind of job, every penny counts. We can't afford to lose a single more gallon.
In the current economy, that's a huge loss, and we hope that the family recovers from it and that the criminals are caught and brought to justice. The purse thief. Some people take sneaky to a whole new level. One lady was getting her car's tank filled up. She pulled up at a gas station and got out of the car to get to the pump when another car pulled up right next to hers.